the dawning of the age of Aquarius, age of Aquarius, Aquarius.
Good evening and welcome to our third Aquarius. It's on reggae music, British reggae. We didn't go to Jamaica and we didn't film Bob Marley, who for many epitomizes reggae music. We went to the Jamaican community here, to Brixton and to Stoke Newington, and to the black clubs where reggae is made and played. Our director, Jeremy Marr, has been working on this film for many months, but it begins at the recent Notting Hill Carnival, where, as everyone's only too aware, the tensions in our society exploded in a rather ugly way. But one of the ways to heal ourselves, to recognize that we're now a multiracial society, is to understand each other through our arts. In the past, Britain has absorbed many other cultures, Norman, Huguenot, Jewish, for instance. Now we're trying to absorb the gifts that minorities, like the West Indians, have to offer today. To reject them now only impoverishes ourselves. It frustrates those who want to give, those who perhaps feel the barriers against giving. Reggae symbolizes all this. For years it's been branded as trouble music. There's not been much of it in the media. But as our film shows, reggae is already adapting itself to its British way of life. All it asks, like the people who make it, is the chance to be heard, understood, and enjoyed. The narrator in this film is our advisor on the program, himself a West Indian, Carl Gale.
The sun brights up the day. Look how the moon brights up the night. Look how we live from day to day, giving thanks and praise. You're you're wonderful. You're you're wonderful. Some people refuse to check it out, but I know without a doubt, the righteous man must survive. He sees the truth through equal eyes. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. Wonderful. Selassie, I wonder. You're wonderful. Selassie, I is the Trinity. You got to know this as the truth. So look and you will see. I know you must agree. The lion will bear, yeah. The lion will bear.
It is carnival time each year that brings our West Indian community, with its exuberance and its pressures, onto the streets of London's Notting Hill. Reggae is the music of all young West Indians, but it was brought to Britain by Jamaica. Born in Jamaica, reggae now has an international, multiracial following, but it still speaks directly to the roots audience, who are the music's lifeblood.
Well, brothers and sisters, as you know, your musical priests have been standing at this musical microphone, delivering my musical message to you right now. as you have got for me.
Roy Shirley, who runs a small record store in Stoke Newington, is one of Jamaica's most original reggae artists.
I came to England to give my music to all people of all races. Jonah came in the belly of the whale, but I came in an airplane. So I must be the new Jonah. Music means more to me than just money. My music has a spiritual message, and I was born with the power to give it to the world. I must say something, Joe. I can remember when I come with the knowledge, you know, my mother explained to me and she said, the first time, you know, when she take me from the hospital and she bring me home, and I started to cry, you know, a lot of people always come around and enjoying that crying, you know. So you can you just imagine, really. I think it's a gift. It's a born gift.
The religious fervor of Roy Shirley's music is based partly in his childhood experience of hearing Salvation Army bands playing in the streets of Kingston, Jamaica. He listened to their beat and made something of his own. Roy Shirley describes reggae as music that makes you want to stand up and dance. It's a mixture of rhythm, blues, and spiritual sunshine. Reggae has mostly depended on mobile sound systems to take it round the country to people. These traveling discotheques were the first means of getting the music to the grassroots. Massive amounts of amplification and labor are still needed to bring the latest sounds to the people. Sir Coxsone is one of the best-known traveling disc jockeys.
Well, I play more Jamaican music than anyone else in England today, without any doubt. I play the most reggae music in England today. My ambition personally, as a man who defending Jamaica music since 1962 in England, is to play in the Albert Hall and Covent Garden and places like these. I want to play my sound there to show these people good Jamaica music, because The thing what I find with Jamaican musician can play soul as good as the Americans. Jamaican musician can play pop as good as the Englishman, but neither the Englishman nor the American can play the reggae as good as the Jamaican in Jamaica. Well, a sound system is a mobile discotheque in the English sense of it. You understand? We call it a sound system. The English people call it a discotheque. Only that we get on our microphone and put a bit of life into the music. You understand?
That's a roots, you know, that's a roots. Until the philosophy with old one race superior and another bodies, my two ears inferior is finally and permanently discredited.
A lot of people saying you're playing too much reggae, and they fight me down. Wherever I play, it's always the police. Because it's a reggae dance, the police come and break down the house and mash up the thing. What I think happened to the reggae in England again, the people who is making the money out of the reggae is not putting enough money back into the reggae to promote it. The people who is releasing Jamaican music in England, they're just capitalizing on it. They just release what they feel will sell. Now, we are the people who goes to the ghetto and carry the music to the people in the ghetto. We are also ghetto people.
More than anywhere else in Britain, Brixton is the home of the Jamaican community. Jamaican music has been on sale here since the early 60s. The first person to start a record store and fight for the music was Joe Manzano.
We started selling cosmetics and wigs and so on. Briefly, we did not want it to go into West Indian music anyway. We had to find an alternative because we couldn't live on selling cosmetics and wigs only. So what we did was we got together and we said, look, we're going to start selling West Indian records. Even then, reggae was not recognized as a proper ethnic music as now.
Oh, what a rat race!
There's a rat race. There's a rat race among all the races. One is always trying to outdo another. If you look at boxers, from the time they enter the ring, the idea is that I'm a black man, I will support the black boxer. A white man will support the white boxer. He may not know one iota whether or not they are either good or bad. But because the fact is that he's a white and I'm a black, I will support the black. The Europeans have their own culture and the West Indians have their own culture as well. And we are only more or less trying to find out our real culture. But basically, we are from Africa.
Other record retailers struggle to set up their own cottage industry, like Larry Lawrence.
It is a hard business. Yeah, traveling here, you gotta travel. I've traveled out here, Canada, right around Venezuela, right around looking for deals, right? Making deals and getting new records and new ideas, and it's really a hard life, you know. But you know, as they say, it's on the fittest of the fittest shall survive, really.
What's the reward then?
Well, the reward, I would like to have a big car, right? A beautiful lady, and relax, you know what I mean? With days to come, you know what I mean?
The #1 spot on the reggae charts is often occupied by these smaller record companies. Matumbi is a band that recently got to #1 with After Tonight.
I'm your key to set you free. You can come to me anytime for cover. Don't play shy. Let me try. It's you I really want and not another. Baby, don't you find, get your little self uptight, you know. Baby, after tonight, baby, after tonight, baby, after tonight, baby, after tonight, you're alive, or take or die.
Many of the reggae records produced in this country come out of a tiny recording studio in the backwaters of Chalk Farm. Reggae artists feel at home here. Nicky Thomas is a frequent visitor.
Must stay constant, don't run from the burden. Women and men continue to live.
We go once again on that, Nicky, please.
Can I get one for the road? We who are young, yeah.
I don't like the word reggae. I like Jamaica music. My music is for nurses. I would say the black nurses, the bus conductors. They, after a hard week, they need some sort of entertainment.
We who are young must take.
They just want something to enjoy themselves, and that's what I'm about. When I was a little boy, they told us that our music was local music, and I come to this country to make it international, because every music can be international. Reggae is technical like every other music. It's not everybody can jump up and play it. You gotta know what you're doing. I do music for white, black, brown, green, and pink, because everybody loves music. Even birds sometimes play music.
Yeah, keep on keeping on.
Reggae in this country, as you call it, it's been used like a whore, if you know what I mean. Now the punks send the whore out in the street. They don't look after the whores. They just send them out and they get the money and bring it back. Nobody don't put anything into it. Follow? Not even a good whore. Because, for instance, if I had a whore working for me, I'd make sure she looked good, so she could demand more money. I'm not too fussy about the money, but I come from Jamaica to let our little Highland music expand. I'm going to sing you what Jamaica music is all about. Maybe my singing is not good enough, but the rhythm track, if you listen to the rhythm track, you'll hear what it's all about.
Love is not just a dream that built on illusions. It's more than something to feel. You can
can taste it and touch it, it's real. Love is what two people make it, and nothing outside there can break it. If they understand, they can command love to be where it cannot be free. Love is not just one night of moment and fire. It's more than hunger inside that build on desire. It can't be bound by a chain. You keep sharing your love for a fame. Love is a season forever. When two people planned it together, now it cannot go. Let's both of them know they must give if their love is to live. No, 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 love won't stay where it cannot